Warm welcome to this session with Aaron. It's about 10 minutes long. So, this is a channel session based on a question that a few people asked about how to solve problems in their lives. And it's something that I've been working with Aaron for 20 years or so. And what he's talking about here really does work. I've got my own examples of how it all works quite dramatically. So, I hope you find this useful. So, if you want more information, channeled information from Aaron, very insightful, backed up maybe by some comments by myself, please. If you are on YouTube listening to this, please do subscribe to the channel and like the video. And if you've got any questions, pop them below and then Aaron can answer them as well. And I hope you find this useful. That's it. Stay safe. Have a great day. Take care. Welcome to this training. And so today we're talking about how you can solve any problem. And in order to do that, we must understand what a problem is and how it is created, and also your role, your purpose within this lifetime. And so let's have a look at your role. Your role is to understand that you create your own reality, to understand that your thoughts, desires, and expectations create events, shoot out from you into all that is, and then create events that are reflected back to you based on your ideas. The purpose of this life, particularly if you're listening to this transmission, is to master this skill, to become a conscious creator. And so, what is a problem? Well, a problem can be thought of as a challenge, and a challenge is something that you yourself create in order to help you learn a particular lesson. You may not have created it consciously, but your subconscious and unconscious parts of your mind are constantly sending out information, inviting events into your life, even if you are not aware of them. It's impossible for you in your stage of development to understand how your body operates. And so when your body becomes filled with pain in some way, shape, or form, it becomes a problem, and yet you do not know the mechanisms, the biological mechanisms from which the problem is created. If you have a problem in your life, you do not know the mechanisms of how a person is attracted into your life to cause you a problem. You do not know the mechanisms of how events happen in your life. All you know is that when you look out into your life, you experience something that you do not like, something of emotional, financial, physical pain. However, if you want to solve these problems, you must do three things. You must recognize that these are your own creation, that the problems did not simply occur by magic, in reality, independent of you. And so, by recognizing, by owning up to their creation, you immediately put yourself in a place of power and authority to be able to begin to solve any problem. The second thing is to remove energy from the problem. Remember that events are created when energy is focused. Probabilities, i.e., individuals and events, are attracted to your thought systems, to your thought processes, and they become the events of your life. And so to recognize that you added energy into all that is in order to create the event, oftentimes you can solve a problem by doing the opposite. Imagine the problem in your mind in all its different areas. Do not engage with it. Just recognize it as a challenge for you to resolve. Then you can imagine energy coming away from the problem back to you, as if you are removing energy from the creation. Faithfully done over a period of days for a few minutes, you will often diminish the symptoms of the problem to such a degree that it becomes less urgent for you. The third thing is to bring yourself back to the present. It's to focus on the environment that you are in right now. And while you're doing that, focus on the outcome that you want. So the first step is to acknowledge the authority of the creator. The second is to remove energy from the problem itself. Often meditations and affirmations focus you on the issue, and this simply compounds it. Anything you focus on will grow, either in pain or beauty or pleasure. And so the third thing is to come back to the present. By doing that, you again remove your energy from the problem. If you find yourself focused into the future of the ramifications of the problem or the challenge, then you are simply adding energy. You are creating other probable realities where you will face this challenge. And so bring yourself back to the moment, to the day. Connect with the walls in the room that you are in, connect with your body. And by doing that, once again, you remove energy from the problem. The final part while you are doing that is to imagine the outcome of the issue being resolved. This is something that people find challenging, not in terms of imagining the outcome, but in terms of allowing enough energy to be withdrawn from the initial problem and then placing enough energy into the solution. In your experience, there will be time involved as the energy becomes withdrawn from the probability initially that caused the problem, and enough energy is created to bring resolution in the way that you want. And so, this is where faith and trust must enter into your expectation. You must recognize that you can create the solution just as you created the challenge in the first place, which is why the first step in overcoming any challenge and resolving any problem is to fully accept that you created it. You have the authority within this situation, no matter whether it looks like it involves another person or events that seemingly are outside your control. And so, this is how you resolve and solve any challenge. As you begin to withdraw the energy, the symptoms will begin to subside, bringing you back to a state, a more balanced state, maybe a place where you're able to think more clearly and focus your attention into the present moment. As you do that and focus on the outcome that you want, energy will literally begin to grow that resolution to attract the probability, the probable reality in which you can experience the resolution that you want. But do not hassle it. 10 minutes a day, removing the energy, placing your attention back into yourself, and then focusing on the outcome that you want with the expectation, because you are the authority in your reality, that reality will respond. Initially, the symptoms of the response will be that you will feel better. When you feel better within yourself, you will actually recognize that you're on the right track. Then, without hassling it, just become aware of how you feel as the days go by, events that begin to show. Maybe pain will begin to subside. Maybe you will get feedback from other people that is much more in line with the resolving of this challenge. And if you do that faithfully for a week, you can find and resolve virtually any problem and any challenge. Now, it may be that the challenge that you're facing involves other lifetimes. It involves lessons from different parts of your personality. Maybe the inner self has constructed a challenge based on the lessons that it knows you need to face. And so we will talk about those in another area. But for 90% of the challenges that you yourself create unwittingly using your energy in undisciplined ways, these steps will allow you to resolve any problem and overcome any challenge. The language is important. You are the authority, you created it, and your challenge is to overcome it. If you think of it as a block, as a problem for yourself, you will make it harder for you to overcome and be triumphant in overcoming the challenges. Reality is open to you. Solutions are created in milliseconds and they are unlimited. And so allow yourself to expect success. And when you do, you quicken reality's ability and your ability to bring the right probability into your life.